Hey guys, just a video here about my new to me 2003 Volkswagen Passat W8 station wagon. Picked it up on the website Cars and Bids, which is Doug DeMiro's auction site for kind of cool, unusual cars. Got it back in November. It was from a Pennsylvania dealer, so had to wait quite a while to have everything taken care of from a paperwork standpoint and getting it delivered down here in Virginia, but it is here. Got it in December. Been spending the last 3 or 4 weeks just fixing and doing little small things to it, but the vehicle is just in impeccable condition, both mechanically and cosmetically. This is in the Blue Spirit Pearl color, which was a W8 exclusive color. It has a gray interior, and it does have the sport package, so that comes with these 17-inch Volkswagen Madra two-piece wheels, which are super cool. Also came with a stiffer sport suspension, so spring and damper combination was a little bit firmer than the non-sport pack, but otherwise these cars were loaded as is. They were the highest trim level offered, so they had a GLX, but this was even higher than that, so it has all the bells and whistles. Everything on this car works with just a couple minor exceptions, which is just unreal. Car was a single owner over most of its life, I think up to 97,000 miles. It was one owner up in New York City. It now has about 104,000 miles, so that had another owner that had it about a year, and then it's now mine. The car looks like it had been kept inside to me, getting about 5,000 miles a year, but the undercarriage does look like a New York City vehicle. It does have corrosion in places, so while it looks very nice, it does have some flaws, which really are pretty minor so far. The only things I've done to it are I've tinted the windows. So the windows have tint, and they're 35% all the way around Lumar Classic tint, which looks much better than the kind of fishbowl look without tint. Put a set of cheap eBay crossbars on the top so I could run a bike rack. The tires were like kind of Bobo China tires, which had some vibration, so I put some Nitto Neogens, which look kind of cool, and are a budget performance tire, which works good for a car that I don't drive every day. I put some cheap Chinese splash guards on it too, which look fine. They were 12 bucks, so if they break, I'm not too worried about it. And then the other big thing I did to it was, if you have a W8 or you know about W8s, the exhaust tone is outstanding if you do something with more of a free-flowing exhaust. And what I did was chop the exhaust off, or had a muffler shop do it, replace the exhaust with 2.5-inch pipe from the basically from the downpipes back, and ran 2 Flowmaster Flow FX 4-inch diameter round. They're basically glass pack mufflers, so they're just straight through mufflers, and a MagnaFlow crossover. The stock resonator on this has allows crossover, so I maintained that, and then just kept the stock tips, which on these cars are cool. They're quad tips, so that I don't know if you're going to see it on this lousy video, but yeah, there you go. You can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Get under here, maybe. You can see those mufflers. It just sounds glorious. It kind of has this Wookiee Chewbacca howl to it when you get on it. It's just awesome to have that kind of sound coming out of a station wagon. You take a look inside here. As I said, the interior is the gray color. I think there were only 50 of this particular combination ever imported and sold in the North America, US and Canada. You can see it does have the automatic, the Tiptronic. Look, stick shifts are super cool, and I would have loved to have a manual in this, but the fact is, there were, I believe the number is 95 manual wagons ever brought into North America. The chances of finding one is really slim, and quite frankly, I just don't care. I mean, it's fine to just drive around like this, but yes, the stick would offer a cool factor. Like I said, everything works. Just a couple minor things like the vanity light on the driver's side doesn't work. The ashtray in the back seat is cracked, which the plastics on these kind of got brittle over time. So, it's real minor. Everything works. The headliner's in great shape. Let me open up the hat or the trunk. You know, it even 6-disc CD changer works. Cool European first aid kit is there. Everything is there. It's just awesome. Here's what they look like under the hood. So the W8, basically the W8, it's just a V8. People describe this all different ways, that it's two VR6s together, lopping the two back cylinders off of each. It's really not. It's just, it's an offset V8. So instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders in a line, it has, I don't remember how it exactly goes, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just offset, which makes the motor shorter, which is how you fit a 4-liter V8 in a Volkswagen Passat. That's really it. I dropped a K&N open element filter just because, quite frankly, it sounds cool. And other than that, I haven't really had to do anything maintenance-wise to it. I've got it going in the shop next week to my favorite European Volkswagen shop, which actually the owner and mechanic has worked on these, which is reassuring. But it's got a couple things it needs. Center diff on the 4Motion, or it's really Quattro, same as the Audi system. Leaks, which is common. That's not a big priority, but I want to look at it, make sure my fluid levels are right. Front driver side CV boots are torn, so that needs to be replaced. Transmission fluid ought to be changed. And just a general go over. The challenge with these motors, and why there's always horror stories about buying a W8, is you basically have to yank the motor out of this thing for some of the more common issues, torque converter issues on the transmission on the auto. Cam adjusters are problematic, require removal. Even the oxygen sensors, I think, can cause you to almost have to drop the motor out of it, which is just crazy. The timing chains on this motor are actually on the back, which is, again, crazy to put it back there because it requires the motor to be removed to change it. The plastic timing chain guides can go. So there's a host of issues, but this one doesn't seem to have any problems. So we're just going to let it fly and see how it goes. The headlights while they look very nice because I bought one of those little refinishing kits and cleaned them up, they actually, the output is abysmal. They're the bi-xenon headlights. They're projectors with HID bulbs. The problem is on these cars, the daytime running lights run the HIDs at full power all the time. And so over the years, the coating on the inner portion of that projector gets cooked off, and the lights just don't have much outthrow after years of use. So and unfortunately, it looks like you just have to kind of replace the housing. So at some point, that'll be in the budget. They don't always ignite either, which makes me think that the bulbs and igniters are about kaput. So again, a couple little minor things there. But yeah, that's what the W8 actually looks like. It looks super cool. Finally, here it actually came with the owner's manual, which I love stuff like this. I like when cars are complete with everything that it came with. It just makes it kind of even better. I mean, this even has the dealer that it was purchased at with the salesman's name. That's kind of a neat thing. But the cool part is, here's the window sticker. Let me see if I can open it. There you go. That's actually the window sticker for the car, which is awesome to see. But the important thing to note is, I mean, this was a $41,000 car in 2003. I mean, I didn't even earn $40,000 in 2003. So there's a reason why I never bought one of these, but I think that's kind of a neat little add too, that it has everything there.